Welcome, Impactful Parents. It's time for the Impactful Parenting Podcast, where I give you parenting tips and resources to make you a more impactful parent to your school-age child. I am your host, Kristina Campos.
Hello, Impactful Parents. Today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolution for you and your teenager, which I know sounds not so great, but I'm telling you, this is a great episode today. It is definitely not boring and things that you absolutely need. And now is the time to start thinking about how to implement some of these new strategies, these new things for the new year. And today we're going to focus on New Year's resolutions that parents can make for their teenagers or with their teenagers to strengthen your bond and keep your child healthy. So let's dive right in. Today is one of those uncuffed episodes where everything is off the top of my head, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm glad that you're here today. Here are some creative and strategic New Year's resolutions for a parent of a teenager to strengthen the bond and keep that teenager healthy. So let's start with the first one that I'm going to recommend, and that is the full attention 10-minute rule. Now, for those of you who have been listening to me for a while, you know that I really promote that every single day you should have 15 minutes of undivided attention one-on-one with your child. And if that's too hard, I'm even lowering it down to 10 for New Year's resolution. But it is a full attention 10 minutes for each one of your child every single day. Now, the key here is quality over quantity and focusing on your teenager's world. And that's really important. So the resolution is committing to giving your teenager 10 minutes of uninterrupted, full attention time every day for at least 5 days a week. Now, this isn't where I really want you to be, but this is a really good start and very impactful. And honestly, it's a lot more practical. So I know a lot of people who are listening to this, like 10 minutes uninterrupted, that should be easy. You'll find that it's actually not as easy as you think it is, because that uninterrupted full attention time means no phones, no distractions, no other people in the room. And so you have to find that time with each kid. I suggest car rides and before bedtime, but it really could be anywhere that you know that you're going to have with your child. And it doesn't have to be the same every day. Now, a strategy I'd like to point out is that this isn't about solving problems. It's about connecting. So put your phone away, and I mean out of sight, because if it's even close, okay, you're modeling for your teenager, and it's just going to be really hard. You need to make eye contact with your child. This is really important, but it's not the end of the world. You could also have these conversations side by side or in back of you if you are like walking or in the car. And then you're going to ask open-ended questions. What's an open-ended question? It means that they have to answer with something other than the word yes or the word no. So, for example, it might be something like, what's the funniest thing that you saw today? Or what's one thing I didn't know about the music that you're listening to right now? Sometimes these are hard for parents who aren't practiced to think of these questions, but you can do it. And with time, you'll get on with how to be able to do this pretty easily. But if you need some help, download the free Impactful Parent app. I tell you this because it's absolutely free. It's on your phone's app store. And inside the app, you're going to find 30-day challenges. And in there, they are organized by grade level. And it is questions just like this to help you make that conversation and grab that connection. So grab the Impactful Parent app because it's free and you have no other reason not to. Put it on your phone, and when you need a question, it'll be right there, literally in your pocket. Now, there's also a creative element I wanted to add to this, and that is let them choose the setting if you can, okay? If you can, and I know this isn't always the ideal thing, but if you can, that way your teenager will actually be more on board. So maybe it's while you're doing dishes. Maybe it's while you're sitting in bed. Maybe it's while they're driving in the car. But if you can let them pick, that's even better. That's New Year's resolution number 1. Good luck, parents. I know you got this. Let's get to number 2. My second New Year's resolution for all these impactful parents, including myself, is to become a hobby apprentice. Okay, what does that mean? A hobby apprentice. All right, you're going to learn one of your teenager's current interests, and you're going to learn it from them. Yep, from them for a set time. Yep, whether it's 30 minutes a week or 30 minutes each month, you want to learn their interests from them. Here's a strategy you can use. Ask them to teach you a skill. How to play a specific video game. Kids love that, okay, that you're enjoying what they want. You're taking interest in what they want to do. I get it if you have no interest at all in video games. I don't either. But when you put this time out with your teenager and say, I just want to learn more about something you're really into, it speaks volumes with your connection with them. It says, oh my gosh, my parent sees me. Oh my gosh, my parent cares about what I'm doing, especially if you're asking to learn about it. Now, you can also go on to social media app features and say, teach me how to do this, whether it's make these cool filters or any other social app features. I mean, that is their realm, right? Technology. So don't forget that you can use social media for the good in this case and actually get your teenager to show you how to use some of those cool features on apps or any other technology for that matter. Maybe you want to ask your teenager to teach you a popular dance move. This is so popular right now where kids on TikTok, they do dances, they do these little routines. Ask them to join. See if they'll let you. And they're going to get a kick on how awkward and ridiculous we all look, right? And it's okay. You're just doing it with your kid. Or maybe they have an instrument. Whatever it is, this is a great way to bond. Now, the creative element of this one would be to ask them to teach you that skill, but you can flip the script and position your teen as the expert and you as the student and really take those roles, which builds their confidence over time and provides low pressure and shared time together. So there is really some key things there. Make sure that you really treat your child as the expert with this New Year's resolution. Don't question them like, why would you do that? Or that's not right. This would be way easier. No, just roll with it. They are the expert. And that is what's going to make this really, really cool bonding moment for you and your child. All right. That's New Year's resolution number 2. Let's get to New Year's resolution number 3. And that is we're going to make a ritual of the road. All right, what does this mean? It means that I want you to designate a specific, reoccurring activity as a non-negotiable, distraction-free ritual. Okay? So non-negotiable means that nobody can get out of it, including you. Teenager also, but you can't get out of it either. This is a non-negotiable ritual that you have to do every single week. The second thing that has to be important with this, it's distraction-free. So that means that the strategy behind this is that this could be a weekly family dinner, but there's no phones. It could be a dessert date once a month. Great, that would be great, but again, technology is out. You are one-on-one with this kid. Or maybe a 15-minute dog walk every Sunday morning. But again, phones are in our pockets and not on our face. So the consistency is what really matters with this one and creating a predictable, safe time for your child to open up. So a lot of complaints that parents have is, my teenager doesn't talk to me anymore. Oh, my teen doesn't do this. It's because they no longer want to talk on your time frame and when you feel like it. Now they have all this autonomy. They want all this independence, and they only want to talk when they want to talk. If you have a teenager before, I know you're nodding your head here. They only do it when they want to. So as a parent, what we need to do is cultivate these times when it seems so easy for them just to come up and talk to us. Now, they may not take it every time. They may not take advantage of it, right? That's okay. But you're cultivating that time that they could. And that is going to get your teenager talking a lot more often than if you never cultivated that time, because then maybe they want to, but if you're busy at that time, they're not going to bother you. Now, that opportunity just flew out the door. Because again, your teenager is only going to want to do it when they want to. And that means when they feel comfortable, when they feel ready. And if you don't create that time for them, you may miss it. It's very, very probable. And so this is what this New Year's resolution does. It cultivates that time space that even if they don't use it, it's okay. But it definitely gives them an opportunity to start talking and opening up. So try something like what I like to call car confessions. This is something, just as an example of how you can create this. It's committing to having the radio off during certain car rides, maybe like a drive home from practice, a particular practice, so it's a ritual. And this opens up a natural window for conversation when there is no radio and no phone. And often easier for your teenager to open up and talk to you when there is no eye contact because they're sitting next to you or behind you. So I like car confessions, but you can play with this New Year's resolution however you see fit. Let's get on to New Year's resolution number 4. Our New Year's resolution number 4 this year is more now we're transitioning more into less bonding and more about keeping our teenager more healthy with our rest of our resolutions. So the goal is to model and facilitate healthy habits without being over controlling. And I guess that is the rub, right? Because our teenagers always see us as trying to control them. That's why they posture. It's why they push back. It's why they pull away. It's because they want their own autonomy. So how do we keep our child healthy in the new year without being over controlling? And the first New Year resolution I have for you is Family Movement Challenge. Yep, it's a family movement challenge. So you want to implement a monthly family challenge focused on physical or mental well-being that you actively participate in. Okay, so instead of forcing them to exercise per se, make it a fun group activity. Maybe an example of this could be walking every trail in a 5-minute radius of your house, or trying one new type of dance or martial arts class together, or hike to the highest point in your city. Whatever it looks like, this is going to be a physical activity that you're going to do routinely. Now, you can frame it with a collective reward if you want to. Like if we complete 10 hikes, then we order takeout from your favorite place, or maybe we go and have some ice cream afterward. If you need to bribe them a little bit or give them incentives, that is totally okay here. We're just trying to get them out and make it an actual routine, because until it becomes a routine, you're going to get a little bit of pushback, and that's where the incentives come into play, and that's all right. So do it for a few months, and then maybe you'll find that you don't even need the incentives anymore. But either way, you are modeling an active lifestyle, and that is exactly what we want to do. New Year's resolution number 5. We are going to prioritize and protect sleep. Oh, right. I mean, our teenagers never sleep enough, especially with that damn phone. Arrgh. So, how do we get them to sleep more without feeling like we're trying to control them? So, we institute a household rule for device docking station outside of all of our bedrooms. And that means yours too. Everybody has to implement this device docking station. And it's for 30 to 60 minutes before you want to say lights out and have everybody go to bed. you need to dock your electronic. I say 30 to 60 minutes before because it takes that amount of time for the dopamine receptors to calm down and the blue light that they've been seeing through television and phones and blah, blah, blah to kind of fade out so that your teenager can actually get tired. And that's how much time they need to start winding down, 30 to 60 minutes. And they won't wind down at all if you don't have a docking station, because why would you put down your phone if you don't need to? So this is really important, and you're modeling. I can't stress enough that you have to do this too, because if you don't do it, your teen is never going to do it. Now, teens need a lot of sleep, and screens interfere with that. So by participating and taking your own phone, a tablet, out of your room, you show that this rule is for wellness and not just a rule for them. It is for the betterment of being a good human. So encourage them to pick a non-screen based wind down activity for that final hour, right? They need something to replace that gap of time. Whether it is now that's when they're going to start taking their shower or going, doing their bedtime routine. Maybe they start to read during that time. Maybe that's journaling. Listening to music is a great option. But whatever it is, you need to help them fill the gap. Because if you don't help them fill the gap, sometimes they don't know how to fill the gap themselves. And now you just taken away their entertainment, but you didn't replace it with anything. So this is where you get, again, the anger, the pushback, the everything that's bad that comes with it. So this is where they don't like it, right? So help them replace that gap. All right, let's get over to number 6. Our 6th New Year's resolution is to model vulnerability and stress management. All right, so this is where I'm going to encourage you as a New Year's resolution to share one concrete, non-teen related stress management technique that you use with your teen each month. Okay? So teenagers are often struggling with how to manage their emotions. This is so true with so many kids. So this is where it's important to model healthy coping skills ourselves by saying things like, I had a super stressful day today, so I'm going to take 15 minutes to journal right now. And you're going to say it out loud so that they know what you're doing. You are modeling here. I know a lot of people are going to argue that this is my New Year's resolution, not my teens. But I'm telling you, if you've been here so many more times before, your teens are learning from you, right? They learn how to do everything from you, whether they take what you do and copy it or take what you do and do the opposite of it because they hate it. They're still taking the things that you do and learning from it. And this is no exception. Stress management is huge. And a lot of times we don't model this for our kids. We run and hide with our stress management. We'll be like, I'm going to go for a run. And our kids think that we're just going out to exercise. Great modeling for exercise. But what if running that day wasn't about exercise? What if running that day was about stress management? That's when you have to say this stuff out loud so that your teenagers actually get it. And they make those connections between, oh, you're doing this because of this. And it's not just about exercise. It could be about coping mechanisms. So I had a super stressful day. I'm going to go take this 15-minute walk, or I'm going to go journal right now, or I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm going to take some time to go clear my head. Say it out loud and teach your child how they can get more options for stress management. And as long as you're not pushing those same things onto your child and you're only modeling, this should be a very easy, passive way to teach your child how to cope a little bit better. Teach them the value of, oops, they make mistakes. It's okay. Make a resolution to admit your mistakes. Apologizing for some short-tempered or forgetting something. Show them that imperfection is normal and that you value taking responsibility. all of this is really helpful in teaching your child coping mechanisms for when they get so frustrated. So many times we don't teach our kids how to value the oops, right? We hide our oopses. We hide every time we make a mistake. And what does that do? Create stress, creates anxiety. And we're trying to teach our kids how to cope with all that. Part of that is valuing the oops, and that everybody makes an error. It's totally fine. We're going to learn from it. This is how I'm going to deal with my mistake, whether it's go for a run, get some stress out. And then you're normalizing it, showing them that imperfection is absolutely normal. Well, that is my 6 New Year's resolutions for 2026. I really hope that you guys implemented them. Which of these resolutions feels the most achievable or interesting to you? I'd love to know. If you put that in the comments, send me a note. You could do it on PipeSpeak, send me a voice message, whatever you want to do. I would be interested to know which one of these resolutions really resonated with you. And especially as you get into the new year, which one of these resolutions is really working? Which one can you see the difference? I promise you're going to see differences with all of these. But there's always going to be one, right, that just sticks out a little bit more. And which one does your family need? Creating connection and teaching your child these promoting healthy habits, healthy coping skills, healthy mental spaces, it's important. And the new year, it's not a better time to get started, right? Start now. Why even wait till the new year? Start today. Start today. Because all of these things are really going to help your teenager and you so that you guys could stay bonded and have a great 2026. You got this, parents. I'm just here to help.
Thank you for listening today. Remember to subscribe and share this podcast with a friend. And don't forget, the Impactful Parenting Podcast is an extension of the Impactful Parent community. Go to the Impactful Parent website and download the free Impactful Parent app so you don't miss a parenting tip that can help you and your family. Thanks for listening today. So go to theimpactfulparent.com and see you next episode.